she can be Batista. Our mothers, when they are seriously angry, they can be John Cena, they can be Roman Reigns. Yay! Have you ever been beaten by a livid parent? Never, ever, ever find myself visiting a man. Ever. When I slept, the only thing I could dream about was the baby crying. That moment when the baby was crying, that moment when the baby laid on the soil. Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. Hey loves, my name is Aphilik Hey and welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you're new here, please honey, pack your bags and move in. This is your new home. And if you're a returning subscriber, it's always nice to have you back though, baby. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and to those who haven't subscribed, subscribe. So for today's story time, it has been shared by Anonza Anonymous, and it's piping hot news. Okay, it's a story time about how she has a hidden baby that her family knows nothing about. And when I mean her family, I mean her sisters, even the most closest person she is to, which is her dad, knows zilch about. So let's get into the story time. So how do we even find ourselves in this predicament in the first place? Okay, fine. So it's 2020, right? It's during COVID times. Fine. At that time, I'm doing grade 10. We're not attending schools. Fine. We're not attending schools. And that time, my parents have asked me to go stay with my grandfather. You know, my grandfather is old. He's a pensioner. He's a chronic patient as well. So he definitely needs someone to sit with him during these difficult times. You know, my grandmother has long passed, and I'm literally the only person they can send to stay with him during this time, since we're also not attending school, right? Fine. When I get there, fine, I stay with my grandfather. My grandfather is a cool guy, cool person. Like, he does not even guard me like that. Like, he's his own person. He really didn't need someone to guard him. But, you know, it's always nice to just keep your loved ones in check. You know, it's always nice to just have them, you know, make sure that they're okay. So I guess that's what my parents really wanted. Anonza says that it's just a normal day, random day. Someone comes to visit, right? So when someone comes to visit, and this day, my grandfather he likes dealing with his own finances. I don't know who convinced him I'm gonna take his money, but fine. This other time, young Hank Nyana comes to visit a home. Okay, who's this fine brother? Who is this? He's like, hey, how are you? I'm looking for Usibal Kulu. Hi, do you know where I can find him? Usibal Kulu is my grandfather, and that is Isaga Zelusit, right? So I'm like, no, he's not in yet. He went out for a while, but he's gonna come back soon. Phela namse ngibona opportunity ukuthi hayi bo nali brother bo. Nali brother bu, sangena, you know. I'm like, no, chill, wait for him. And then he waits, he sits there. While he's sitting there, we're having like a light conversation. Can I offer you water? You know, it's nothing deep, it's nothing too much. Eventually my grandfather comes. When he comes, they go outside to talk. When they go outside to talk, I'm just in the house like, why are they going outside to talk? But you know, like, I'm not thinking much of it. I'm like, okay, I guess that's his things. The guy leaves, and then I'm still with my grandfather. Who is that? No one important, you know, nothing much, fine. And then at that time, it's like, I think 3 or 4 weeks in COVID, like, we stayed a lot of time that you're not going to school, although we really did. I don't really remember how long, but yeah, it was like a long time. So so nini the guy would come back again, you know, and I didn't notice it initially, but the guy would come on days like you know, on days like that. But you know, I didn't notice it initially. I only noticed it later. Fine. His name, let's call him Senzo. His name's Senzo. He's in Mjayele. He always comes. Like, he can come at any time. This time he comes, and then this time we actually just, we actually get to have a proper conversation. Okay. Hi, how's Senzo? How are you? Hi, I'm fine. How are you? How do you know my grandfather? No, I'm very close to your grandfather. He's a quite close friend with my father. So, although my father is long past, but they were quite close. Mine is Wabasho. I think he didn't know what was actually going on. Mine is Wabasho. They were quite close. So, the old man just grew close. I just grew closer to the old man, after my father's death. Oh, that's cute. Oh, okay. But what are you doing? What are you currently doing? Nah, I'm currently, what are you doing? I'm still a learner. I'm still studying. I'm in grade 10. With COVID, we're not doing anything currently at school. It's vibes. It's cute vibes. Having the conversation like Mkulu comes, Mkulu haibo. No, I'm just talking to Senzo. He's telling me that, you all are quite close. He always comes here, Moose. Okay. They go out, talk their business again, and then he comes back in. Senzo leaves again. Fine. And then at that time, I'm like, I realized that I don't have Senzo's number. I'm like, it would be nice to have a conversation with him, I'm also bored here, and it's not like I have friends. So next time, I make a mental note. Next time when he comes back, I am going to, take his number. I'm going to have a conversation with him. Usenzo comes back again. When Usenzo comes back again, this time, the first thing that I do is ask him for his number, right? Hi Senzo, can you please share tens? The last time I didn't get your tens, and we just had a good conversation. Plus, I'm bored here. I take his numbers, fine. Later that night, immediately we just chat. We get into a chat the whole entire night, literally talking about everything and anything under the sun. So I finally, Senzo, we're having the chats. You should come visit me. He's the one who's saying that. Come visit you. Where do you stay? Always coming here. Where do you stay actually? I stay 2 streets away from your grandfather's house, I'm like, oh, okay. I should definitely come when my grandfather is not here, Okay, fine. We actually plan the dates. Everything comes together. I visit him. Fine. I visit Senzo, that day we're just chilling, we're sitting. He's bought snacks, we're drinking Ikokum. And then finally the conversation is flowing. It's nice. Senzo is 27 years old. He has a baby mama. He does not really have much going on, but he does, as I said before, we are tohoza. Nothing really stable, especially since it was locked down. So that time especially, they were not doing anything at all. So no source of income whatsoever. He also stays with his mother, but he has a back room at the back of the house. But all is well. It was well. So fine. When I leave fine. I promise to visit again. We continue chatting, we continue texting. Now it's time for me to actually go home. It's time for me to go back Kochai. And when I go back Kochai, it's like a township away. We stay in the same city, but it's a township away, right? Fine. I go home. I'm still keeping contact in a sense. I tell them no, I went home. Schools are now going back, although we're going back in if you know how COVID was in South Africa, we went back to school this week we're going, that week we're not going. We went back on intervals. Not everyone is attending all at once. So fine, but I'm still going home. So on some days, I'm available. Blah 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 blah. Okay, fine. We should make plans. We should make plans. I really liked having a conversation with you. I really liked bonding with you. Fine. That time, I'm like, my parents are obviously not gonna know about this. They're not gonna know anything about this. But I am gonna see him. I like his company. I like this. This is nice, you know. I like this for myself. I find we actually make the plans out no senso. You know, we actually make out the plans no senso. Fine. We meet again. When we meet again, things go down. Unfortunately, we end up partaking in intercourses and at the time, you know, I'm sure I like Senzo, but like, okay, let's not think of any buts. Let's just think that I like Senzo. He's a good guy. He's a cool guy. He's very humble. You know, he's someone I feel like respects, is very respectful. So I would like to keep him in my circle for longer. At that time, okay, right, fine. Fine, we have the intercourse, but then we carry on texting. Senzo, that was my first time. You know, you broke my virginity, and then we confess. I think I'm in love with you. I also think I'm in love with you too. We are officially dating. Me and Senzo is now baby stand some. Right. Fine. Candy. Fine. Days pass. A few days passed. Now I'm like, I'm too far from the love of my life. I asked my mother, Mama, can I please visit Umkhulu again? You know, a lot sitting with him. Can I just please visit him again? My mother, but you're going to school, Moose. Like, June holidays are approaching. Can I please visit him then? My mother's like, okay then. They're not thinking much of it. It's like, it's okay. I get out now. I'm missing my grandfather. It's fine. I go and I visit my grandfather during those holidays. When I visit him those holidays, he happens to have to visit a friend of his for a few days. And I'm like, like, Mom Dala, don't you stay at home, like take care of your house. But anyways, I'm like, you know what, it's probably lonely. Umkulu goes for like a weekend. He goes on a Friday. When he goes, I'm like, I'm not gonna stay in this house alone. I text to Senzo, I'm like, Senzo, my grandfather left. Do you mind coming over? I'm afraid of staying alone. How you Senzo? I can't come to your grandfather. I respect your grandfather enough. Like, okay, how about I come there then for the weekend? It's like, okay, come then. Fine. I go there, Vela, I lock all doors, I leave everything, I leave the house. Right? When I go to Senzo's house, Vele, it's lovey-dovey. Oh, my person, I missed you. You know, we make up and it's all nice, it's all cute, it's all fun and games. You know, my person. And then Haibo, Nini, Umama Senzo comes. You know, Umama Senzo didn't know that I used to visit there, so I just visit in secret. When she knocks on the door, I overhear her saying Englishile, you know, and then they have a conversation. I can't really grasp what they're actually talking about, and I can't listen properly to what they're talking about, but I hear that they're talking about Englishile. So now I'm curious, like I'm my nose itself just wanting to know what's going on. Usenzo comes back in. He has a worried face over his face. I'm like, what's going on? What was your mother talking about, you know? And then he's like, yo, Agakulum. For a moment he's like, yo. I'm like, how Senzo, what's up? What's going on? He's like, your grandfather's house burnt down and he's home looking for you. And then my world shatters in that moment. You know, my world literally comes to an end. Like, and my initial thought is flight. My initial thought is run away, but at the same time I'm like, it all comes back to me at the end of the day, whether I'm running away, whether I'm running away, going where? I'm literally a 16-year-old who is a rebel, who was sent to stay at home and I'm not at home. Where am I? What am I doing? What am I getting up to? Shit, I'm gonna get in trouble. I am gonna get in trouble. I tell Senzo, I'm panicking, I'm crying. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Could you please help me go explain it to him? Senzo's like, what? You're not gonna include me in that. You're not gonna involve me. You're gonna put me in there. I'm like, but since I was with you, you know, my grandfather's gonna get angry. Please help me. Like, Senzo, no, I can't do that. The only thing I can do is accompany you and leave you halfway. Okay, let's try a story. Let's put something together. What do you think we can say to him? Like, I don't have anything I can say to him because I'm supposed to be at the house. Where was I? That alone is scary enough for me to not want to go home. That alone is like, Nyasaba, can I please just not do this? Hi, Usenzo is like, he's now at the point where he's like, nah, he's annoyed. He's like, sorry, I can't help you. It's either you go home and you explain to your grandfather, but you can't stay here for long enough. You literally can't stay here for long enough. And I'm like, in that moment, I'm like, yo, abafana, after God, fear men, after God, fear these idiots. I pack my bag, the bag that I came with. I'm on my way home now. I'm thinking of stories. What would I tell my grandfather? Where was I? What was I doing? You know, no, I come up with a story. I'm like, I'm gonna tell him that I went to sleep at a friend's house, but which friend? I don't have friends here. And I'm like, okay, I'll just cross the bridge when I get there. You know, it doesn't matter at this, but I'll just cross the damn bridge when I get there. Fine, I get to the house. The house is still standing. I can't really see which part is burnt, but then when I get inside the kitchen side, I can see that, oh my god, it's the kitchen that burns. I'm like, a lot of things burnt in there. I don't know what is going on, what went off. Oh, my dining room, my grandfather is sitting there livid. He is livid. He looks at me and asks me, Upumapi. And then in the moment, I'm like, I'm panicking. Even the lies are running away from my mouth, my brain, everything. I'm like, I'm trying to breathe in and out. I've never seen this man so angry ever in my life. My grandfather is anything but an angry parent. Like, he is everything but an angry parent, okay? Fine, I told him that, and then he's like, you have friends when? I'm like, yes, I made a friend and I was afraid of staying alone. And then my grandfather's like, if Bosaba no, why ngashong ngitshela ukuthi uhambe uyohlala kini. Ngithi mina ngiyaxolisa mkhulu, I didn't want to go back. I just wanted to go visit my friend, you know, and have a sleepover with her, but vele bengisaba. And then my grandfather is like, he's at loss of words. I can see that the energy, the power in him, it's just drained out. He's like, he doesn't even know what to say at this point, because like everything, he's frustrated. He is just frustrated. He is just annoyed. But at the same time, it's like, you know, he's such a gentle parent that he doesn't know what to say. He's like, I'm gonna call your parents and tell them that when I leave, you go visit your friends that have no names. I'm like, I'm cool. I literally beg him, I'm cool. And then in that moment, he's made his mind up. There's no convincing. I cry my eyes out, okay? I cry the hell out of my eyes, because what the hell? Who the hell? My parents are a different breed. My parents are a different type of parents. You know, they're gonna bond. I know those people. Like, I'm crying for whatever my parents will do to me. And there's no bargaining with the old man. He is livid. He is angry. Fine, my old man is like, your parents are coming to pick you up tomorrow. At the moment, like, I know that everything is probably just made up. There's nothing I can do. You know what? I make peace. I send Senzo a text. I'm like, yo, I'm going home tomorrow. I don't know when I'll see you, but I really hope to see you soon. And I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this, but I love you. You know, I sent the text and he responds and it's like, please don't mention my name. I love you too. See you when I can. And that moment, I'm like, I'm comforted by the words I love you. As long as my man loves me, we can get through this. It doesn't matter. Fine. My parents really come to fetch me, and yes, I had the beating. It was a long time since my parents had bit me, okay? It was a long time since my parents had beaten me, okay? But that night, oh my gosh, I swear, all the rebel in me, all the misbehaving in me drained out. Oh my goodness, my mother did not waste her time on me. My mother, immediately when we got home, she used each and every single thing to beat me that night. If it was a pot, a pen, in the paper up, everything. Where was I and what was I doing when I'm supposed to be at home? Didn't I leave there saying I'm going to my grandfather's? Yo, my mother beat the hell out of me, asking me, and I could not even respond because at that time, I'm here. But like, this woman is not letting me breathe. She's not even letting me answer her. She's not even letting me, she's not giving me the benefit of the doubt, you know. I'm like, oh, I took all of the beatings, guys. That day I couldn't sleep. I didn't even bath because I was in pain. Yes, I've never seen my mother go off like this. Yes, that woman, she can be Batista. Our mothers, when they are seriously angry, they can be John Cena, they can be Roman Reigns. Yay! Have you ever been beaten by a livid parent, a parent that never ever find myself visiting a man ever again? Fine, but I still keep in contact with Senzo because Senzo is the love of my life. He's the guy I gave my virginity to and I love him. It's like I'm not going anywhere. I can't even visit my grandfather anymore. And it's like a lot of things are happening all at once, and schools are now slowly but surely going back to normal. You know, we're supposed to get our reports. Like now I'm begging my parents again, can I please go? Why do I want to go so bad? Why do I want to visit Senzo so bad? It's because I missed my periods for the past 2 months and I have no one to tell about this. I don't know much about a lot, but I know that when you miss your period, it means something, you know. I haven't drawn any conclusion yet, you know, because that's how slow I was, you know. I haven't drawn any conclusion, but I'm starting to get scared. And my mother has been asking me, Uguti, do you need pads? And I kept on telling her that, you know, I have them near right. When she asked me, Nini, I literally panicked and told her that I got them from school, because that's when I realized how serious this thing is, you know. Like now, like I need him, he understands me, he knows me best and I know him best. He's the best person to talk to about this matter. So I'm definitely going to visit grandfather one way or the damn other. Yo, that year I tried so hard to prove to my parents that Mina, I'm a good child. Mina, you know, I have changed. I have become a better person. Yo, and in England they allow me to go, but only for a week. They're like, they can't let me go for too long. Or I mean, I'm like, Ngosi, even a day was enough. I need to go now. Fine. Shafi is cousin so Sisi and I actually go to visit my grandfather. When I visit my grandfather, he's a chill good dude, you know. Sagara is like, he's not even holding me burning his furniture against me. He's not even holding that against me, so we're fine. We're fine. I'm like, I can't even wait. And on the days there, my grandfather like hardly ever leaves me. My parents gave me only a week to visit, so I'm like, you know what, it's now or never. I have to make this guy see me. I'm like, I'm gonna call him at night or something. He has to come and see me, right? I text him, I'm like, we really need to talk, it's very important. Could you please come? Since my grandfather doesn't ever leave me alone at the house, I need you to come over. I don't know, I'll try to sneak out of the house. Ibsuk. Fine, we set the time, literally midnight. I know by then Mkulam gone ganji, he's long asleep. He's at the back of the house. I greet him, hey my love, yo, it's been a long time, you know, I missed you. He's kind of not there, but he's there, you know, but he's kind of not there. I'm not even noticing the signs at that time, you know. And it's things like this that make us not recognize the red flags. It's things like this. Why do we put ourselves in such situations? But fine. And then he's like, you took me all the way from home. You said there's something you want to talk about. And I breathe in and breathe out, and I'm like, Senzo, I think I'm pregnant. I'm not sure what pregnant people experience or go through, but I think I am, because it's been a long time since I received my period. And then Mfana goes silent for a good minute. He goes silent. I'm like, Senzo, umzwili. He breathes in and is like, yes, ngizwili. And then I'm like, what do you have to say then? He's like, when you say a long time since you've gotten your period, how long has it been? What is a long time? No. I'm like, I think it's been 2 months. I haven't received my period for 2 months straight. And then he blows up the longest sigh ever. He's getting frustrated, you know. And I'm like, I'm in a situation like, I don't want to stress him. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but can we please like work together on this? Can we like work together on this? We're in it together, right? And then he's like, yo, no, I don't know what to tell you. And I also have another child. I'm not even supporting it because I am not working in any way. Your grandfather is literally the person who always gives us money. You know, he's helping us financially. He's actually helping my mother, but I also benefit from that. But otherwise, there's nothing or no way I can help you with, because I am also in need. And in the moment, I'm like, what the hell is this? And why is my grandfather giving you money? Why is he doing that? But like, it's like like everything is blurry. What are you telling me? What am I hearing? What's going on? You know, I'm like, bruh, I'm going to grade 11 next year. I am going to grade 11 next year. Come stomach or not, come baby or not, I'm going to grade 11 next year. And then in that moment, I'm like, that moment of me being in shock, in that moment of me literally running out of words and not knowing what to say to this guy, because and if I remember again, I'm only 17 years old. I literally just turned 17 years old a month ago. You know, now I'm like, yo, I'm panicking. No, I'm cool. My grandfather literally comes out of nowhere. I jump. And at the point, like, I'm processing a lot of emotions all at once. I'm like, Nkulu. And he's like, no. When's I'm so what are you standing here for at nights? What are you doing? And then after a moment, when he realizes who I'm standing with, he's like, Senzo, wenzani la? Nenzani? And then I'm like, yeah, andizuyiphendula ke le, andizuyiphendula yabona le, andizuyingena noyingena, like I'm not even gonna answer this one. And then Usenzo is like, no, said she wanted to talk, so bengithi ngizokhuluma naye, but sesiqedile ukukhuluma. Umkhuluma is like, nikhuluma ngani ebusuku? He's like, ngicela ukuthi unona kube uyokutshela ngalokho siba likhulu. And then mina in that moment I'm like, do I tell him the truth or what do I tell him? And then I'm like, no mkhulu, bengifuna usenza angisize ngama application, ngifuna uku-understand ukuthi lama subjects engiwathathile na esikoleni are right for a university. That point, like, I'm thinking of the nearest lie I can lie. I'm thinking of the nearest story that I can pick up together that can make sense. And then mkhulu was like, imagine khuluma ngalo ke ebusuku nona. I'm like, ngiyakutshela mkhulu. And then he's like, ngazongenza isilima yezo, ngazongenza isilima. Abazali bakho bathi uzovakashela kanti ibhizinisi abafana ebusuku nona. And then he's like, nayinkathi when my house burnt down, bokuye ne, akho mngani bokuyi, bokulo mfana bokusenza ne. And then he literally goes on to give me a lecture telling me about how I am so irresponsible, how I've broken his trust. And Shem, I did really break my grandfather's trust, Shem. I did really break his trust. You know, I've never seen him talk so much all at once. My grandfather is the most peaceful person you can come across. He's the most non-verbal person. He tries not to speak a lot and say a lot all at once. But at that day, I saw him shaking his hand, pointing at me, looking at me like this. No. When I leave here, you're busy with boys. Is that how you burnt my house down? Is that how you burnt my house down? And then now I'm like, it hits me. I'm crying. I don't know what to say. This guy is not talking for me. He's not even saying it. He's just standing there. I'm taking everything all. But I'm like, I've never seen my grandfather so angry. I have never seen him so angry ever, guys. That night, I swear, I thought he would hit me with a slap. I swear, I thought, the way he was so angry. I see, is this how you burn my house? No. Is this what you do when I'm not here? Is this why you keep on visiting? And I'm like, keeping quiet because kitlaring. Like, what will I even dare to say? What will I even dare to say? And then he's like, Futai Kamiki. I ran to the house. I literally ran to the house. I don't want to look back. What's going on with what? I'm literally running my ass to the house. When I get to the house, I literally go to bed and I'm just sitting there wondering what are they talking about. I'm wondering what is going on. And now I'm like, I hope he doesn't tell my parents. Google bonke. Telling my parents would be the worst thing ever. Even this pregnancy is nothing, but telling my parents, sana, may he please not. He enters the house, he literally goes back to bed, and that's how I know he is livid. That's how I know he is angry. And I'm like, you know what, let me just let him be. I've already woken him up, so let me not cause further damage than what I've already caused already. Okay, fine. I sleep. The next morning I see him at kitchen. He's making his own food. That's how I know how angry he is. He's making his own food, literally not talking to me, giving me the silent treatment. I also make my own food. I sit down, and then he's like, you're going home today and you're never ever visiting here ever again. And then I don't even have anything to say. I think I've lost all the powers to fight back or say anything back, because time and time and again, and he has been nothing but a good grandparent, and then at that point, like, I'm asserting my faith. And then he's like, I hope you didn't do anything with that boy because you are related to him. I hope by the Lord of God you didn't do anything with that boy. And then in the moment I'm looking at him like, yeah, we didn't do anything cool. But deep down I'm like, you know, like it's slowly coming, but like it's not getting there. It's not getting there. It's slowly coming though. But then I'm like, okay, I didn't do anything. Like at this moment, I just want to protect myself. I want to protect my image, you know. And then fine, he goes off to do his stuff in his yard. He goes off to do his stuff, and then I'm just sitting there like, I hope you didn't do anything because he's related to you. How could he be related to me? Like how is that happening? How is that possible? You know. But I'm like, I don't want to ask further because why am I asking what's going on if I didn't do anything with him? You know, why am I asking if anything is going on if I didn't do anything? And then now I'm like, Senzo did say that my grandfather does give him money, like every time. He usually just gives it to his mother, but it also benefits him. What is the reason that my grandfather gives Umamaga Senzo imali? What is that reason? Why is he giving him her money? Why? Am I really related to this guy? I hope I'm not. Yo guys, at that point, like a lot of possibilities are running through my mouth, but I don't even have the courage to ask. I don't even have the courage to ask for clarification, because I'm asking for clarification on what grounds? Why am I asking for clarification? What did I do that needs me to ask for clarification? Hey my dad, at this point I'm like, you know what? I do not give a damn. I do not give a damn what happens, who happens. I am gonna get with this. And then that moment, I call Usenzo. When I call Usenzo, he picks up the phone. Like after the longest time ever, he picks up the phone, and I'm like, hey. He's like, hi. We're not supposed to be in contact. And I'm like, I know, but I really need to talk to you about something. He's like, yo, I don't think we can carry on talking like this. No. I'm like, this is very important, Senzo. He's like, okay, go ahead. I'm like, yo, I wouldn't really like to talk about this over the phone, but my grandfather just said we're related, and with the situation oncoming and me not really knowing whether I'm pregnant or not, I'm just worried about the situation. And then he keeps quiet. I'm like, Senzo, are you there? I drop your phone. Like, why are you hanging up on me? Why are you hanging up on me? Because I thought we're in this together. We are facing this together. When he drops the call, he doesn't come back to call. In fact, I try calling him. I really try for the rest of the day. He doesn't respond ever. And then fine, my parents come collect me that day. Later that day, I go back home. When I go back home, Haishuzumkulu didn't tell my parents anything. You know, that's a relief. Minus one problem, to be honest. Fine, I go back home. When I go back home, now I'm stuck with this. Whatever this is going on, I don't know if I'm pregnant or what. I really hope I'm not pregnant though, but I don't know. You know, I don't know what's going on. I'll ask my sister. My sister already has a child, you know, my big sister. I'm like, Cece, when you got pregnant, how did you know? She's like, she found out when she was literally at the point of going to give birth. You know, she never even had the signs. She had all her periods. So now, like, I'm asking her question after question. So how did mom act? How did they go on? She was like, you know your parents must. I'm like, yeah, naniyazibonela vele, like, ayibuzwa you. This one, it's not to be questioned. It's clear as day. You know, I'm like, is your Kyla Shuti? It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. Ish. I'm like, I literally stay in Indaba. And thank God I'm such a big bone person. I was naturally chubby as a baby, but I'm also chubby still in my teens. Like, I never really got rid of that baby fat, and I've always been okay. Well, have always been like big bone people, like plus size kind of big bone. We're really like big people. At that point, Senzo is, I've literally lost hope in contacting him. He does not talk to me in any way possible. He does not talk to me. Like nothing happens, you know. I'm still stuck on what my grandfather said, but I don't know. I can't ask him, Nyasaba. I am scared, you know. And at this point, I'm not even scared of asking him. I'm scared of hearing the truth, and the truth being something that will shatter me big time. One day, just one day, where I'm not really paying attention to anything or anyone, I receive a call from Senzo. He calls me, hi, well, this is sudden, and I answer quickly. And my first thing is, Senzo, why have you been avoiding me? You know, why have you been avoiding? That's literally the first thing I ask him as soon as he answers the phone. And then Yena, he's like to me, did you get rid of the baby? And then I'm like, that was not part of the program. That was not part of the plan. If there was any plan in any way, I'm like, I did not get rid of the baby, Senzo. What do you mean? He's like, why didn't you get rid of the baby even after what your grandfather told you? I'm like, what is it that my grandfather said? Because I didn't understand what was going on. I thought you'd come back to clarify what was happening. He's like, no, are you really stupid? Like, Uislima, why are you so stupid? Why did you keep the baby for this long? And why didn't you tell me about it? And in that moment, I'm like, you were unreachable, bruh. And why is this coming back to, why is this now being my problem? What did I do? And you weren't even communicating with me. Bonga khulumi nami. You know, at that point, I'm like, I'm frustrated because I'm like, what the hell? Like, what in the world did I put myself in? And then I'll ask him, is what my grandfather said about me relating to you the truth? And then he's like, he takes a moment before answering me. He's like, it's the truth. No, I'm related to you, in the most monotone voice as possible. Says that me and you are related. We are brother and sister. I'm like, brother and sister what? He's like, your grandfather is my grandfather. I'm like, how? He's like, your grandfather is my father's father, my dead father's father. Like, at that point, I'm like, hey, how is that possible? How did we not know that, Giti? And then he's like, no, please don't ask me like things that I have no question. He's like, no, please don't ask me things that I also have no answers to. I don't know anything about anything. This is what my mother told me after what your grandfather told you. So I don't know anything, but I know that we are related. And in that moment, I'm like, even this pregnancy that I'm going through is nothing compared to what he's telling me at this point. Because what is he telling me at this point? Oh, he's like, yeah, we are related. Like that. And then in that moment, I'm like, oh my god, my problems could have not gotten much worse. And then he's like, Gandwina, no, how are you? Why would you keep the pregnancy? I'm like, what was I supposed to do then? He's like, terminated. Like, I didn't know what to do. This is my first ever pregnancy. I don't know what to do. Like, no one, I haven't told anyone. I'm alone. I have been going through shit. I have been suffering. I don't know what to do. I don't know. And you are also not talking to me. That is frustrating also. He's like, Ish, how far are you? I'm like, I don't know. But I think I'm around 6 or 7 months. I really haven't been counting because I don't know what to do, you know. I'm also going through a lot. This is shocking for me. I'm trying to adjust. And I'm trying to hide this from my parents because if they found out, I am dead. I can hear the frustration literally from the phone, from his breathing alone. He's like, I'll call you back. He hangs up. And then I'm left alone with the shock of my life, and I'm going through it. Grade 11 is also making me go through it. Like, a lot of things are going on at this point of my life. I start googling on my phone. Like, I'm reading a lot of articles at once. Some are telling me that it's possible, some are telling me that it's not possible, and then some are telling me about risks, the possibility of dying. And now I'm like, I don't want to die. I don't want to have a child, yes, but I don't want to die. Anything but dying, please. You know, at the moment, like, I am going through it. Oh, Sana, and going there for coffee. Reverse. And like, I'm coming back at reverse the way I am going through it. Usenzo is not coming back to me. Usenzo is not calling me. Like, he's not saying anything. After he said he'll call me, I keep trying his calls, his phone, it's not going through. I wonder if at this point he's blocked me. I don't know what's going on. Later in the day, and then comes his text again. He's like, we should meet. I'm like, I'm not in my grandfather's right now. How can we meet? And then he's like, it's fine, I'll come. They just give me your location. You know, fine, I send him my address. And then Nangempela, he makes plans to come like the next day. He comes the next day, and then he gives me a plastic. In this plastic, there's a paper literally that has rolled in Amapilisi I2 2 pills. And then he's like, you should drink this will get rid of the baby. And then I'm like, okay, will you be there with when I drink them? He's like, no, I can't, I have to go, plus your parents will also get suspicious, so make sure you drink this. Act like you're going to school, just find a park where you can drink them, and stay there for about at least 4 hours, and then the baby will come out. And then in that moment, like, I'm scared. He's like, hey, listen to me. This cannot be known by anyone, and this baby cannot be born in any case. And at that moment, like, the words that he's telling me are carrying so much weight that I understand that it's do or die. It's literally do or die. I'm scared of my parents to hell. My parents won't mind blackstemming me. They won't mind, not even blackstemming, they won't mind literally disowning me. My parents would not play with me. They will not do chit chat with me. They will show me where the gates of hell are at this point. So it's either I do this or die. Fine, I take the pills. I don't even know where they're coming from. I don't care, as long as -1 problem at this point. Fine, Nangempela. The next day I make a plan to make sure that I go get rid of this pregnancy. I literally go to the nearest park where I stayed. I go there, I drink Amapilisi. Right? When I drink Amapilisi Emini, I sit there for a while. When I sit there, I'm like, I noticed that there are people here. What are people gonna say if they see me? You know, what are people gonna like do when they see me? And then like at that moment, like, I'm thinking of places where I can go, where I can do my shenanigans in private, because I'm not gonna yell here in the park if that is anything that's to happen. Like, he did not explain anything to me, but I do think that probably blood will come out. You know, probably a lot of blood will come out. I'm like, let me just find a spot where I can go be in private. Fine. I literally go to the nearest bridge I can find. A bridge in me. I go under the bridge. When I go under the bridge, no pain is coming off yet. Nothing is happening off yet. You know, at that moment, like, I'm waiting. It's only been an hour since I've drank the pills. It's only been literally an hour. I'm counting down. I'm supposed to be at home around 3 p.m. because that's when I knock off from school. I'm supposed to be home. So now I'm literally waiting there. I'm sitting there at the moment. I'm thinking of my life decisions. I'm thinking of the first time I ever slept with Senzo. I'm regretting every part of it. In fact, I'm even regretting going to visit my grandfather in the first place. Like, why was I going to my grandfather in the first place, you know? Like, if there was no COVID, I wouldn't have done that. You know, like, I'm regretting everything, even the things that have no parts. Like, I'm even regretting them because, like, why did the universe have to work against me? Like, why did God have to turn against me? Lapha ngabo kota pas 2. I then feel some pain. Fine. I see blood. I'm like, oh, it's done. You know. Hi. I literally go into labor ward. I find myself feeling the strongest urge to push, feeling the biggest as strongest urge to push, and I don't know what's going on. Only blood is supposed to come out. What is going on now? What is this? Like, I didn't get the memo. What is this? At that moment, I even fall down on my back. I fall down on my back and I'm really pushing. And suddenly a baby pops out. When a baby pops out, the baby is quiet, you know. It's still, I don't know what's going on. Ngithukile. And I'm like, I'm checking my surroundings. Is there anyone who saw this? Is there anyone who sees this? I'm traumatized. Like, I didn't know I was gonna give birth. I didn't know who I was gonna give birth. Like, why didn't anyone mention anything about this? You know, why didn't anyone mention anything about this? Like, this was not part of the script. This was not said. And I'm like, I have to gather my emotions then and there. Like, I don't have the time to process them. I have to gather them then and there and just get my ass off and leave now. But I'm like, I can't leave the child here. I can't leave the child here. That time, like, gazi all over my school uniform. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I can't go back and I can't walk out in public looking like this, and I can't leave this child here or this thing here, whatever it is. I literally sit by the bridge. I sit by the bridge until it gets dark. When I say until it gets dark, I mean I did not leave the bridge because I was afraid of walking out in public with my school uniform full of blood, number one. So when the night comes, the first thing I do is look for papers around there. Look for papers. The sewage, like, it's smelling. Everything is just, it's disgusting me. I'm in pain, you know, like excruciating pain. But I need to soldier on. I wrap the body of the child. It's a fully formed child, okay? It just looks like but like it's a fully formed child, you know. And at that moment, like, Unembeza is on 0. I've literally shut down everything, but tears are rolling down my eyes. Tears are rolling down my eyes because as much as I don't want to acknowledge what I'm doing right now and nothing much about it, I am scared, okay? After wrapping up the baby, I ran to the nearest clinic. I literally ran to the nearest clinic. I don't know what I'm saying they'll do with this thing, but it deserves some dignity. It deserves to, you know, to be in a proper place. Like, I cannot stand living it like, for me on my own. Like, it's smelling, it's disgusting. I can't leave it there. So I'm like, I take it there, and while I'm walking, Shuti, I'm literally like mishandling it. Like, I'm just carrying it however I can because I'm trying to rush. I'm trying to catch my breath, and I'm also a big girl, so like physical activity literally gets me up. You know, I'm running now, but then at some point I keep on walking, and then I hear a small mwah. The baby is crying. For a moment, it doesn't hit me that the baby that is crying is on my hands, you know. But then after some moment, I realized that the baby that is on my hands is the baby that is crying. Hi, guys. I am in shock. Hi, guys. I am in shock. And shock is an understatement. I am scared for my life. This thing is alive. The baby is alive. At that moment, I'm panicking, you know, I'm also scared. Like, I find myself literally crying with the baby because I find myself literally crying with the baby. I rushed to the clinic anyways. I rushed to the clinic. When I get to the clinic is closed. I scout there because I don't want to be seen. Lest they ask me, where do I take the baby from, you know? Like, I don't want to be seen. I literally just drop the baby by the security so that they can hear him when he cries, and then I run away. Even the exhaustion, everything, the pain that I felt earlier, it all evaporates, it all goes into thin air. I run for my life. I don't want to be implicated in this. I don't want to be questioned about anything. I don't know anything. When I get home from the clinic, I am panting, and I have another problem now. And the problem is that now it's late. My uniform is covered in blood. Now, how am I going to explain the situation to my parents? What am I going to say to my parents? You know, when I get home, Gandhi, luckily my parents are not home. They went to the neighbors because the neighbors apparently ban C4. So they just went there to just say their condolences, you know, as neighbors, and just like be with the family. And I've never been so relieved of someone's death. I've never been so relieved of someone's death like that day. I was like, this person died on time and they died for me. Oh my goodness. Luckily my sisters were not even paying attention to me entering. I just literally entered. I went to the bathroom, ngageza uniform, and I slept. Luckily my parents don't even ask me about what was going on, you know. Luckily they don't ask me about what's going on or where I'm coming or what happened last night. I don't think my sisters told them, and I'm just so grateful for that, you know. I'm just grateful that is going on. They're also not paying attention because for, so they're just like helping out the neighbors as much as they possibly can. So they're not paying attention to me, you know. And I'm also nursing my wounds at this time. Like I'm literally nursing my wounds. I'm wondering, how is the baby? I hope the baby is good wherever he or she is. I didn't even have the time to check. I hope the baby is okay. I just want to forget about all of this. And when I say for a good year, the baby haunted me. When I slept, the only thing I could dream about was the baby crying. That moment when the baby was crying, that moment when the baby laid on the soil, when we were by the bridge, that memory haunted me for a full-blown year. And I am shocked and surprised why I didn't go crazy. I'm shocked and surprised how I made it through. But unfortunately I had to make it through because the following year I was doing matric and I had to literally snap out of it. At some points my grades were going very bad, okay? At some points my teachers were even concerned. This is not like me, I'm an A student, you know. But by trials, like I literally tried picking up, and I'm now doing my first year at university. I'm telling you the story. I regret what happened. I regret everything that happened. I took a lot of gap years for some times, but I eventually, you know, applied for university or got into university, and I'm only doing my first year now. And do I regret giving away my child? Is my child alive wherever she is? What about Senzo? Is he alive? I don't know. I don't care. I don't have the guts to go visit my grandfather, despite knowing that he probably doesn't know. I don't have the guts to face him. I don't have the guts to face anyone and anything. I don't even have the guts to face myself and be honest about what I did. But this has stayed with me, and I had no one to share it with until I shared it with you now. So guys, that's the end of the story time. If you have any words for Anonymous, please comment down below. Just share some words of encouragement. I do believe she will read through them. Just don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Especially comment. Please let us know. Let us help our girl out. But anyways guys, I love you so much. Bye.